Hi and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. Yeah, I'm back with another video. I didn't think so much would be going on after the season had finished, but maybe I'm wrong. We're going to start off with the F1 CEO, Stefano Domenicali, because he has put pressure on the top teams by suggesting that they have a duty to improve and be competitive next season. Domenicali said, "I think everyone is looking forward to seeing great races up to the end. For example, last race of the season we had an incredible fight to achieve points for the classification, and this is what we want, and everyone wants to see that. But on that, I really hope for the teams to be under pressure to make sure that they understand that they have a big duty in that." And to be fair, I thought when the new regulations came in 2022, when they redesigned the cars to make them easier to follow, I thought the whole point of that was exactly that, to be more competitive throughout the entire field, but it hasn't really worked out like that, so I suppose we can only judge how it's going to turn out in 2024. And Sergio Perez has backed George Russell after he had previously called for team members to be banned from attending every single race in a season, which would force teams to rotate their staff. A lot of staff from various teams were left exhausted at the end of the 2023 season. The teams visited 22 different venues this year, and next year that number will increase to a record-breaking 24. Perez said, "Obviously it's something that we're going to raise it up, to try and see what can be done. Probably now it's late for next year, but for the year after, to really try to maximise it. I don't remember seeing people so exhausted in the last race. I think it's something that we've got to be taking very seriously, because it's important for the sport, for the drivers too, to obviously keep having these long careers that we've seen from the staff and from the mechanics. We want them to have a very long career as well, so I think it's something we must consider." And Christian Horner has admitted that the sprint race concept needs reviewing, with fans still divided on the future of the idea. Horner said, "The sprint concept is a new concept that's been introduced, and in some areas it's very popular, and with some traditionalists it's very unpopular. Whatever it evolves to needs to be consistent for a long period of time, so I think the necessary research and I think the fan feedback is going to play a crucial role in this. In terms of what it is actually that the audience want, do they actually enjoy the sprint format as it is, or do they want to see a bit more racing? If we're going to do a sprint race, if we're going to do that, how do we award the points? How do we incentivise drivers and teams?" So there are many topics attached to it, but the most important fundamental thing is, what do the fans want? I'm still not convinced with sprint racing. It's not my favourite format. How they can change it to incorporate it on a race weekend, I'm not sure, but it'll be interesting to see what comes out about that, because there is a lot of teams and drivers and team principals calling for changes to the sprint format if it's going to stay, and I've got no reason to think it isn't going to, but I'm still quite excited to see what they can come up with that. And sticking with Christian Horner, he's warned his team against complacency as Red Bull look to make it 3 consecutive Constructors' Championship titles next year. He predicted that Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren would pose the biggest threat to that achievement. Asked by Sky Sports about any changes to the RB19 over the winter, Horner replied, "I mean, nobody stands still, so you know we've got a great basis, so it's more evolution than revolution. But I'm sure it's going to converge a bit next year, so we can't rest on our laurels." Horner was then asked who he thinks is the biggest threat to his team dominance in 2024. He said, "They are all great teams. I mean, McLaren's form at the back end of the season was strong. Ferrari, Mercedes, I think those big teams are going to be coming out all guns blazing next year." And I don't think he's wrong there, because for Ferrari and Mercedes it was very close to that P2 in the Constructors. Yeah, they were a long way off Red Bull's total points, but I can't see anyone taking any time out and resting over over the winter break, that's for sure. Testing will be interesting, pre-season testing that is. So it will be interesting to see what Bahrain's got in store for us in 2024. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope McLaren can continue with this push forward to fight in Red Bull. It would be brilliant to see. So anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for listening in, and thanks for your support as well. It really does mean a lot to me, and thank you so much indeed for that. And if you do like what I do, please like and subscribe, and also press the notification bell, and then you'll get a warning that I've just released a new video. So until the next time, take care.